Good after, good afternoon. Hey, Prof. Good. Just staying busy. Yeah, we'll give it a few more minutes. More people can show up, but yeah, I kind of prepared the agenda and everything myself. So if it doesn't run as smoothly as normal, we know who to blame. Yeah, I just figured just because Jeremy wasn't going to be here doesn't mean we have to fall apart as a group. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It sounds like in regard to the council, we're going to be meeting Wednesday at some point during the day. So the goal is to be prepared for that meeting after today, which obviously there'll be discussions between now and then, but it's good to raise the points and be able to bounce ideas off each other now, and then in a few days be able to sort everything out. Hey, Caleb. Good, how are you? The original plan was evenings, but then because we have people over in Europe, the evenings for us is very late for them. So yeah, early afternoon on Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah, Wednesday is my slow day. I don't have any classes on Wednesday. So for now, it works out. In a couple months, once I graduate and I get a job, we might have to reevaluate what time those meetings are. But for at least the next like month and a half, 2 months, we should be okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean the mothership council meetings are supposed to be like quick, like 15 to 30 minutes. Just kind of, this is the status of everything. And then this meeting is supposed to be the longer one where we kind of go more in depth on everything that's going on because this is the one that everyone can attend. Yeah. Yeah. Good afternoon, Neil. Or evening for you. about 5 minutes in. Should we get started despite the fact all of us are kind of mostly caught up? So there's the weekly meeting agenda that I kind of put together. Not 100% sure if this is exactly what we want to talk about, but it's kind of what I threw together as kind of a guide for what we can talk about. So we can go ahead and start with the check-in. I said we're going to do a high-low. So you're going to share a high point and a low point of your week and why that mattered to you. If one of you guys want to go first. Not bad, yeah. Yeah. All right. High point for me. My thesis is now half written, which is good because we're about halfway through the semester and it needs to be done sooner rather than later. And then low point for the week is the amount of snow we got this week here in Michigan and along the East Coast. And I was the only one who had to shovel. And despite the fact that I shoveled the entire driveway, we still ended up having the 2 days where we were virtual, and me and virtual learning do not get along because I have like 30 screens around me right now, which makes it so much harder for me to focus. All right. No, we don't get snow days anymore. We're just virtual. We just switched to virtual. We like classes still happen. So yeah. How's it going? I know. It's fine. It's my last semester. I can put up with it. All right, so we were doing high lows for agenda in the check-in. If you want to go ahead and share yours feedback. So one high point and one low point of the week, and why it mattered to you. Yeah, no, that was good for me too. All right. So progress check-in. Caleb, if you want to take the lead on going over the foundational statements passed, because I feel like we can kind of skip over the mothership general statement because we've kind of established a meeting time and we're just making sure that we keep that bias to action in everything we do. Foundational statements, yeah, yes, the one that got passed. Just to kind of give an update there for anyone who is not aware, who might be watching this later, because Yeah. Yeah. So good that we have something set in stone. It'd be better if we had more, but obviously this is the foundational statements proving that they work right now. So I mean, it's kind of trial by fire at this point. But in regards to the mission, yeah, that got a bit crazy out of nowhere in my eyes. I was not expecting that much feedback from so many different people. Um, Someone who is a bit more vocal in the discussions about the mission. Do you want to take the lead? Yeah. So I have the Google Doc open right now because I kind of like how there's the golden circle and trying to find those three statements. I kind of wanted to touch on that just to like again those in this chat right now are fairly caught up on what's going on, but we're trying to speak for people who might be watching like a recording or tuning in later, so or even remote through the Twitch stream. So in regards to the golden circle, it's kind of most important is this focal center point, and then as you go out, what you're really looking for in regards to how the mission statements are written. So we kind of have the three statements that follow this, why, how, what pattern. I can flip over to the actual discourse because this got very chaotic to try to read. If you guys have been looking at that, that's nothing specific to the like our DAO as a whole. This is kind of like PR and marketing kind of focus in regards to you have to determine what's most important to you and what you're trying to focus on specifically, which for us is the why. So, I mean, I've done very similar thought processes and organization with this, golden circle kind of style. This is, I don't know exactly where it stemmed from, but it's one of those go-to kind of. It's like an outline style brainstorm. Yeah, I completely agree. I feel like we are moving quite slow in regards to actually getting the mission proposed and passed. But because this is the mission, it's supposed to be like the core meat and bones to the DAO. I think it's good that we are taking a bit longer to really work through everything. But yeah, at this point, I believe Jeremy was the one who initially wrote up the statements and then opened it up to discussion. And we've given plenty of feedback, either in this Google Doc or if we flip over to the quit pausing. If we flip over to the actual forum, there's plenty of comments from various people showing all of our thoughts. I think at this point, no, we definitely need to consolidate down the thought process in regards to what has been said. We need to consolidate everything down back into those kind of three statements just to really organize through and think out what is going on. And then from there, I think we should reevaluate what's going on. Yeah, that's why I was saying we should really consolidate down everything that's been said because it keeps growing. Because in my opinion, at least, it looks like people are trying to add things to the mission that should realistically be more of like a voyages mission or definition. So, because this is our overall mission statement, I feel it's almost a little better to be a bit broad, and then each individual subgroup and that handles the voyages or different groups for people like the pools versus people focused on trying to drive data credit usage. Those people could have more specific statements, and I think we kind of got lost in translation of which missions and statements belong where. Yeah. Yeah. No, I definitely agree. Yeah. Yeah. No, I definitely think we're at that stage where we really need one or two people to just kind of sift through everything, find the common themes, write them out in a very short, consolidated form, and then continue from there. Because, kind of like what you were saying, if we all want to add and contribute, Neil, then we're going to have, not one sentence, but 30 or 40 sentences, in which case we're no longer writing a mission statement, we're writing a novel, all of our hopes and dreams. Yeah. 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 It was originally posted, yeah, 4 days ago. Yeah. I definitely think we should add a cutoff to when to add additional thoughts and statements. Perhaps, yeah, tonight, and then say tomorrow morning we just officially cut it off and no longer take new statements. And then from there, yeah, I don't know if I'd be the best candidate to be the one to actually sift through everything because I've not been the most vocal to begin with. Or maybe that actually helps because I'm less biased. But yeah, Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, one of my main concerns that I never really bothered voicing because I don't think it's that huge of a deal is the language was getting confusing because we're trying to use such fancy terms to like make it sound like we're more professional. And I'm looking at that going, if English isn't someone's first language, they're not going to know what this means. And especially because we're trying to open this up to like the international community. You don't have to be in the US. Neil, I know you're not. So why are we trying to use such high level English? Uh, I forget when. Yeah. Um, I'm trying to find one of the. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming you have a general understanding of crypto as a whole. Looking at these, I'm not trying to teach it to like a 4 year old or 5 year old. Yeah, but it. Uh, yeah, like access to ubiquitous. At oh well, hold on. I'm reading like half sentences. Ac- Ubiquitous access to high quality, affordable wireless service is a human right. When you start saying ubiquitous access, you could lose people who don't necessarily understand what that means because maybe English isn't your first language or you're just not an English major. Yeah, 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 yeah. Community owned. Yeah, I know JR was the primary writer and kind of the main force behind getting stuff written up. So maybe we want to give it a day or two and see if he's coming back quickly because I know he's taking personal time right now. If not, then yeah, someone else in the council is going to have to step up. I don't know what kind of free time I have in the next couple days to be able to do that, but if I have to, I can make it work. We can see. That's separate discussion. Yeah, yeah. No, my thing is I'm going into midterms, so like I know what homework I have, but I don't. I have to wait till like Monday or Tuesday when teachers start putting out study guides for me to realize like, oh crap, I actually don't know anything in this class. So right now I'm kind of in that awkward limbo of like I don't know what I need to study, so I don't want to commit to anything right now. Yeah, sounds like we kind of have an idea on where we're going with the mission statement. Anything else any of you guys want to mention? Only thing left was community raised Q&A. So I guess Tusk, if you have anything you want to say, the rest of us are kind of talking nonstop in the mothership. So and then meeting wrap up was what is expected from you, or what do you expect for the next week? It sounds like Neil's pretty hard and set on mission. I know Kenny, who isn't here, he's been working with some of the other guys. Keith, I think you're in that group with getting the DAO onto mainnet. I don't know what the current status of that is. If you have any idea. I don't remember a vote for it. I think everyone was just kind of in agreement that because of gas prices for Ethereum, there was no point in pursuing that route. Yeah. Yeah, he said something came up and he wasn't going to be able to attend, but eh, no, we're talking like 600 US dollars. It's like, yeah, but that 5.5 soul wouldn't even be like lost and paid. You just have to keep it in your account balance, which is so like we can contribute, or someone can contribute that 5.5 soul. We can try it out and then say in a month we decide, oh, it's not really worth it. We can pull all that money right back out and walk away with our hands clean. Dependent on the price of Solana, no money lost. Because Yeah, I definitely think we should at least start to kind of get the ball rolling to move forward with stuff, even if it's going to be, a month or two before we can actually get anywhere. Because in a month or two, where are we going to be? And likely in a much better place to be able to handle this. So I definitely think we should try to at least start brainstorming ideas and working out what next. Keith, that's you. I could use the video like that as well because my parents have no clue what I'm doing, and anytime I try to explain it, they're like, "Oh, so it's an investing group," and I'm like, Not quite." Yeah, or the DAO to buy the Constitution, but they got funding. All right. Anything else? Yeah. We're working on it. Yes. Yeah. It sounds like everyone. It sounds and seems like everyone is in agreement. We're heading in the right direction. It's just getting to the destination that we're now starting to falter on. Yep. All right. Then Neil, did you say? And then Neil, did you say you could put together a real quick, like, loose document? Okay. Could you try to get it done by Wednesday when the council plans to meet? Okay. Say that. That should be enough. Yeah. Yeah. All right. The next weekly meeting will be 5 o'clock again next Sunday Eastern time, and then we're gonna do the council meeting Wednesday, I believe, sometime between noon and 2. I don't know, think we've actually officially nailed down a time, but yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, we can work that out on our own time. Are we about to finish a meeting in actually an hour? I'm good at these. All right. Well, thanks guys for coming. Hope Jeremy said he should be back next week. So yeah. No, I understand him wanting to step away for a few days. All right. Well, have a good evening to you most of you guys. Night to Neil, and I'll see you guys around.